Welcome to the Metals Investment Forum. First time in person in Vancouver. I'm here with Newcore Gold CEO Luke Alexander. Welcome, Luke.
Yeah, thank you, Chen.
Yeah, there has been an amazing year. Gold go up and down. And what I found was you were able to execute in the middle of up and down of the gold market. Can you describe Newcore and what you have done and what's your plan forward?
Yeah, so Newcore Gold, we're advancing the Enchi project in Ghana. It is a district scale exploration project. We have put out a PEA on the project, which fundamentally underpins the value of the company for our shareholders. But really our focus remains on exploration. We're currently drilling 90,000 meters, which is the largest ever drill program on the Enchi project. We do currently have a 1.4 million ounce resource, but we're really looking to ultimately build on that. So district scale exploration in Ghana is the focus of the company.
Well, excellent. And then you have a very successful neighbor like Kinross and Newmont, right? What do they have? And then what kind of deposit do they already discover and mining right now?
Yeah, so Ghana historically has discovered 200 million ounces of gold. There's two prolific belts that run through the country, the Ashanti belt, and then we're situated on the TSX-V Bibiani belt. As you highlighted, we've got great neighbors along trend from us. Directly to the north of us, about 50 kilometers away, you've got Kinross's Chirano mine. It's got a historical 5.5 million ounce endowment, so a very large deposit. They've been in operation for over 10 years there. To the north of that, you've got Bibiani at 6.5 million ounces. And then you've got one of Newmont's two producing mines in country, the Ahafo mine, which sits at 15.5 million ounces. So very large deposits along the TSX-V Bibiani belt from us. So we're very fortunate to have been able to amass such a large land package when we did. And again, we're currently in the midst of the largest ever drill program on the project.
Oh, excellent, excellent. So basically you already have the oxide, the shallow oxide, and that's already have much higher valuation than your current market cap. And you're well-funded and you're drilling deep. My understanding is when Kinross and Newmont, when they drill deep, they found really the biggest, the highest grade deposit.
Yeah, so if you look at the other deposits along trend from us that share very similar geology, what you see with these greenstone hosted deposits is that as you start to drill deeper, the grades increase and the overall size of the resource increases. If you look at our current 1.4 million ounce resource, 85% of it sits within the oxide and transitional zone. So again, the average vertical depth of the current pits that hold that 1.4 million ounces is only down to 63 meters, which as an experienced mining investor, you'll appreciate is really just still scratching the surface. So as part of this 90,000 meter drill program, we are continuing to expand the oxides because those are very valuable ounces and all of our deposits remain open along strike. But for the first time ever, we're also starting to drill below 150 meters. And that is obviously going after some of those higher grades within the sulfides that we've seen at a number of these other deposits that I just talked to you about. And we've started to have some very encouraging results with some of that deeper drilling. At one of our deposits, Niam, for example, we've hit 5.8 grams over 7 meters, an additional 5.5 grams over 6 meters. So those are the kind of high grade results that we will continue to follow up. At Buying this summer, we put out our highest grade intercept ever, 95 grams over 2 meters, with an additional 13 grams over 1 meter within that same hole. And that's at about 125, 150 meters below surface. So those are the kind of results that we're looking for with some of this deeper drilling. And so far, we've been very excited with some of the results that we've had.
Oh, excellent, excellent. So what is your goal of the company? You have 1.4 million ounce already. So what size of the deposit you're looking for and to go to the next stage, maybe sell to your neighbors?
Yeah, so our goal is to grow the resource to 3 to 5 million ounces. And if you look at the other deposits along trend from us, we think that's very achievable. And the reason we talk about 3 to 5 million ounces is once you get to that point, you're looking at 200,000 ounces of production over a 15 to 25 year mine life. Once you're at that kind of size and scale, you're potentially attractive to any mid-cap or major out there. But what we'll continue to do is we will also continue to focus on putting out economic studies that fundamentally underpin the value of the company. So grow it to 3 to 5 million ounces. Keep getting those studies out to underpin the value, and that's ultimately the focus for us. And that's how we think we'll create the most value for shareholder. And on that front, I'd also highlight that management and insiders, we own 27% of the company. So we ultimately think as shareholders first, and that's how we feel will create the most value.
Oh, excellent. Excellent. Can you describe what you have right now, the 1.4 million? I understand you have a PEA at much lower gold price. So how much it worth at the current gold price and compare with your current market cap?
Yep. So we put out a PEA in June. There was a historical 2015 PEA on the project, which outlined about 65,000 ounces of production. In June, we put out an update which outlined a much larger project, a heap leach project. And if you look at the economics that came out in that PEA, at a $1,650 gold price, you're looking at an after-tax NPV of $212 million, after-tax IRR of 42%. So a very robust project. And if you were to look at that closer to today's gold price, which is $1,850, you're looking at an after-tax NPV of $300 million and an after-tax IRR of 54% with under a 2-year payback. One of the things that obviously really helps drive those economics is the fact that it is a heap leach project, as well as we've got great infrastructure at our project. We've got paved road that runs right through the middle of our project. We've got lots of infrastructure that we can leverage off, which helps drive the economics. So that underpins the value of the company. But again, the focus for us now is this 90,000 meter program and the additional drilling that will add to the overall resource, which will then obviously outline a much larger project in the future.
Excellent. Maybe finally you can touch on what's the coming catalyst for the new investors or existing shareholders.
Yeah. So if you look at our news flow over the last year or so, and what we committed to the market is that we would get drill results out to the market on a monthly basis so that there's lots of news flow. And if you go through that, you'll see that that's consistently what we've done. So we will continue to get lots of drill results out to the market. You can continue to expect those on a monthly basis. We've got an additional 30,000 meters of drilling that has not been released yet. So, that will take us through into Q2, Q3 of next year from a news flow perspective. The other thing that we're continuing to do as well is met work. So we'll get additional met results out to the market as well. So drill results will be the big catalyst for the company going forward.
Okay, great. Thank you, Luke. Excellent. Hope to see you continue success.
Yeah, well, thank you very much for investing in Newcore, and looking forward to all the success that we're anticipating in the future.